Now see students, we are going to start the physics lesson, that is the motion. Now see, motion is one concept and other is the stationary. Now if we see our house, school, building or a tree, these are the stationary objects or stationary things. They cannot move. But if you observe our cell, animals, okay, we are moving from one place to another place, means we are not stationary. Okay, birds can fly, aeroplane can move in the sky, we can walk, run. So when we walk, run, birds fly, they are said to be in motion. Okay, but if we observe our house, okay, or if you observe one tree, it is stationary, it is not moving. Okay, so object which are continuously moving means they are changing their position. Suppose we have fan, it is continuously moving when it is switched on. So all the moving body changes their position with the time. As fan moves, it changes its position with the time. Okay. So when can we say the body is or object is in motion? A body is said to be in motion when it changes its position continuously with respect to stationary object as a reference point. So suppose there is a car which is moving in front of a house. So car is in motion and house is the stationary object. Or there is a tree and in front of the tree there is a one road, so vehicles are moving. So vehicles are said to be in motion, but tree is said to be in the what stationary position. So this motion is what it is called as the relative concept. Suppose we are in the bus and we observe the outside trees. What do we feel? That trees are moving. When we are looking the trees which are outside and we are in the bus or car, we are moving. Then what do we feel? That these trees and buildings are moving. Okay. And if another person is sitting with us in the same car or the bus, we feel that that man or that person is what stationary. Okay, actually what these two persons which are in the bus, they are moving, but they feel that the outside objects are moving, and with respect to each other they feel that they are stationary. So we say that motion is a relative concept. Now for this motion lesson we have to study some quantities, okay, like distance, displacement, acceleration and many more, and their units also. Now see, we have to study distance and displacement. Now see, in physics the quantities are considered as scalar quantities and vector quantities. Now see what is meant by these scalar and vector quantities. In some quantities we have to explain the magnitude as well as the direction. So when direction is necessary to explain that quantity is called as the vector quantity. But if the direction is not necessary, then that quantity is called as the scalar quantity. So this topic, this scalar and vector, we have to tell for every quantity as we are going to study this lesson. So distance is scalar quantity, but displacement is said to be vector quantity. So when we say the object displaced, means we are considering its direction. Now what is actually distance and displacement? So distance means nothing but the actual path which is covered by the moving object. When object move from one place to another place, how much total distance that object covered, that is nothing but the distance. But what is displacement? In displacement, we have to see the minimum distance between initial and final point. We don't have to follow the path. We have to see the only the shortest distance between initial point and the final point. Suppose we take the first example. Here one person start walking from point A to B and B to C. So the initial point of the walk of that person is A and final point is C. As person move from point A to B and B to C, the distance covered by that person is A to B 3 and B to C 4. So total distance covered by that person is 7 km. But if we join the initial point and final point, that is A and C, the minimum distance, the shortest distance between initial and final point is 5 kilometer. So what can we say here? Distance covered by a moving object or person is 7 kilometer, but displacement is only 5 kilometer. Okay, now see, if we take the second example, a person is moving from point P to Q, Q to R, and R to again coming back to Q. So how much is the total distance? Distance means we have to see all the path which is covered. So P to Q 100, Q to R 50, and again coming back from R to Q, that is the 50. So total distance covered by the moving object is 200 meter. But if we see that the walk is started from this point, so this is the initial point, and walk has stopped at this point Q, so this is the final point. So we have to see the shortest distance between initial and final point. So shortest distance between initial and final point is 100 meter. So in this case, distance is 200 meter and displacement is 100 meter. Now here we have one more example of the distance and displacement. Suppose you are running on a track which is circular in shape, and the circular track is of a 500 meter. Now suppose you are started running from the point A. As you started running the point A and you completed one round. So when you complete your one round, distance traveled by you is 500 meter. But A is your initial point and A is your final point. So displacement here on this circular track, displacement is taken as a 0 because initial and final points are same. Now we have to see the difference between distance and displacement. So distance and displacement both are actually what we can say, it is length. So units of distance and displacement is meter and centimeter. SI unit is meter, CGS unit is centimeter, or even we can say kilometer also is another unit. So what is the basic difference between distance and displacement? Distance is nothing but the actual path covered by the moving object, and displacement is the shortest distance between initial and final point. When object is moving, the shortest distance between initial and final point is nothing but the displacement. Now distance is scalar quantity, but displacement is the vector quantity. Distance cannot be 0. Displacement can be 0 on the circular track we have just seen. Displacement can be 0. Now distance is equal to or greater than displacement. Distance डिस्प्लेसमेंट से कंपेयर करेंगे तो उसके इक्वल टू होता है या उससे ग्रेटर भी होता है. अगर डिस्प्लेसमेंट को कंपेयर करेंगे तो डिस्प्लेसमेंट डिस्टेंस के इक्वल होता है या उसके लेस देन भी होता है. When object is moving in a straight line, distance and displacement are equal. That we will see in the next part. Now we have to study uniform and non-uniform motion. Now see, we have two object A and object B. And this object A is moving and object B is also moving. And we will notice how much distance will it cover in the given time. So we will measure the distance covered by an object after 1 second, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second. Now if we see the first object A, in first 1 second it covers the distance 4 meter. Then after 2 seconds it covers total distance 8 meter. Means again in next 1 second it only covers the 8 meter distance. Then after the 3 seconds it covers the distance 12 meter. And after the 4 seconds it covers the distance 16 meter. Means if you observe, in each 1 second interval it covers the distance what 4 मीटर. एक के बाद 2 है तो 2 के बाद 3 है, तो बीच में जो 1 सेकेंड जाता है उसमें भी ऑब्जेक्ट 4 मीटर इतना ही डिस्टेंस कवर करता है. सो वी कैन सी दैट object A covers equal distance in equal time interval. Means object A every times in 1 second cover only 4 meter distance, but this distance remains constant. In each every 1 second object cover distance 4 meter. Means equal distance is covered in equal time. So when object cover equal distance in equal time, then object is said to be in uniform motion. Now what is non-uniform motion? Now here we have object B. Again we have time intervals of 1, 2, 3, 4 and we will measure after 1 second, every 1 second. So in first 1 second object covered distance of 4 meter. After 2 seconds total distance covered is 7 meter. Means in that next 1 second object cover only distance 4 to 7 means 3 meter. Now from 2 to 3 this we have 1 second. In this 1 second object cover distance from 7 to 9 meter means 2 meter. So in first case 4 meter, in second case it covers distance of 3 meter. In next 1 second it covers the distance of 2 meter. In next 1 second from 3 second to 4 second it covers distance of 9 meter to 14 meter means 5 meter. So we can see here that a time interval is same every time 1 second 1 second, but distance covered is not constant. So when object covers unequal distance in equal time interval, then that object is said to be in non-uniform motion. So here object A having uniform motion, but object B is in the non-uniform motion because it covers unequal distance in equal time interval. Now we have to study the graph for uniform motion and non-uniform motion. तो ये ग्राफ वाला कंसेप्ट अपने को आता है पेपर में. ग्राफ निकालो, यूनिफॉर्म मोशन, नॉन यूनिफॉर्म मोशन, देन एक्सेलरेशन का भी है अपने को. So it is asked for 1 and 2 marks. So if we draw the graph of distance time, here we have to draw the graph of distance and time. So for the uniform motion, what do we observe, and for non-uniform motion? So for plotting the graph, here we have taken x-axis, y-axis. On x-axis we have time, on y-axis we have distance, and O is the origin. So distance time graph for uniform motion, if we observe, it is straight line. And distance time graph, if we observe for the non-uniform motion, it is what? Curved line. So this is the nature of the graph. For uniform motion, straight line. For non-uniform motion, it is curved line. And graph is plotted of distance time graph. Now we have to study two most important quantities, that is speed and velocity. Speed and velocity both are measured in meter per second. Meter per second is SI unit. Centimeter per second is CJ unit. Now see how we write meter per second oblique. But we can write it in this way, meter second raised to -1. Centimeter per second, or it can be written centimeter second raised to -1. So speed and velocity have same unit. Now what is the speed and what is the velocity? So speed is scalar quantity. Scalar means it does not require direction. Velocity is vector quantity, means it needs direction. So what is speed? Speed is the distance traveled by an object per unit time. कितने टाइम में कितना डिस्टेंस कवर होता है? So speed is equal to distance upon time. Formula of speed is equal to distance upon time. Okay, and we have one more formula of average speed. अगर अपने को distance 2-3 बार दिया है, time 2-3 बार दिया है, तो अगर अपने को average speed निकालनी है तो average speed is equal to total distance upon total time. So that is speed. Now what is velocity? Velocity is nothing but what? The distance traveled by an object per unit time but in given direction. Means here we need the distance which is in a particular direction, and we know the distance which have direction, that is nothing but the displacement. If we tell the direction for the distance, then we call it as the displacement. तो velocity का formula क्या बन गया? Velocity is equal to displacement upon time. So velocity is denoted by V. डिस्प्लेसमेंट को हम s बोलते हैं, स्पीड को हम स्पीडी वर्ड यूज करेंगे. s मीन्स डिस्प्लेसमेंट एंड टाइम इज गिवन बाय t. सो v इज इक्वल टू s अपॉन t. Okay, and this velocity is vector quantity. Actually, if we have two velocities, then we use two symbols, u for initial velocity and v for final velocity. If in general velocity is given, we use the symbol v. But if we are given two velocities, then u is used for initial velocity and v is used for the final velocity.